man. This channel where we talk about spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out, man. It's gonna already get deep, and we got to talk about a lot of stuff because at the end of the day, look by the title. You tell me if I'm tripping when you turn the homes, the housing messed up, the job market messed up, the what I was gonna say, the mortgage messed up, the land messed up, trying to own a car, you know what I'm saying, financing a car is messed up. When you turn around, like, everything is falling. Now let me tell y'all something. Sometimes things last because it was simply just trying to hang in there. That's the type of systems we was using, that we just had them trying to hang in them systems. Because when it come down to the real American way and junk like that, man, people been lost that a long time ago. So I'm gonna let it be a little minute before I get deep into it, man, because y'all already know how they be. They'll start my live a whole hour later. So let's give it a little minute. But yeah, it just throw me off a lot, man. So either way, I gave it like at least to the minute mark. So either way, man, when you start talking about like what people actually tune into, man, don't nobody give a damn about trying to actually do nothing. It's just right now we seeing a whole bunch of people that just want to complain. You know what I'm saying? And furthers the American spirit, man, that ain't used to how it used to be. This the one time in a lifetime that I'm gonna tell y'all straight up that it don't take no violence at all. It don't take you to move no type of hands in that matter at all. All it takes for us is our word and our power. You know what I'm saying? Exercising our actual power. And a lot of people don't realize what that is. And I think that's the problem we have with the world. Not only that, you gonna always have the motherfuckers that just not, tuned in, or their minds just not together. So like when you turn around, it's gonna be always that person that's just doing something where you can't explain. So you can't worry about them kind. What you gotta look at is the ones that have the voice and the ones that's able to do something about it. Like you can't look at the younger generation and expect for them to make a dramatic change and stuff like that. And all these generations don't went by, and the only thing it looked like it did was get worse. But we still put our trust in the same stuff, and we still try to push the same things or the same agendas. So you end up seeing people get, psyoped by thinking like they doing something wrong in life. And you ain't got to be doing nothing necessarily wrong in life. It's just right now, y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all this just to not make everything seem like it is bad as it seems. One of the part of exercising your power is going to actually help you later on in the future. And that'll be the saving. You get what I'm saying? How to spend and stuff like that. Yeah, I was just telling y'all about how the agents do that, but it's a different way. Sometimes it ain't about what you do, it's about how you do it. You get what I'm saying? So when it come down to spending and all that stuff there, yeah, you probably was able to afford that, even if you is. Right now is the time that you probably need to hold back. Right now is like the time of the people where we exercise our power. Look at everything starting to go down, right? At first, the cars, the interest rate, all that starting to break down. And don't get fooled by little things. Let them pull out the big bait. Because what they do is they play with us like fishing. So they like give us a little bait, and if we go for that little bait, hey, they got a fish. But if later on we don't go for that little bait, they keep switching the bait up. So how they work with systems and stuff is bringing down rates and playing with different things. So first, you seeing the interest rate disappear. Don't let that get you, because that ain't nothing but the 2 years or the 3 years to something that you did not see. So when you signed on that contract and you thought it was 7, it was actually 10. So when we start getting into business economics of how you're supposed to understand how to move throughout these, it get deep. Because now you got to think about it like this, right? If a person is able to get you just by saying, hey, the interest rate fell, we already done got. So we keep having these things where they give us false promises or sell us fake dreams. So I remember everybody saying, everybody wanted a white picket fence and this was the American dream for you to be able to have at least an acre and this and that there. Boy, that ain't even the American dream right now, man. That's damn near reaching for a whole nother thing. Like, what? You get what I'm saying? These right now, the times that they showing us, even as the companies, now that we're not producing or coming up with enough funds to support them, it ain't but so much power they actually got. You got McDonald's, like I was just explaining, come talking about they going to change their rates, come back out with an extra value meal. The more people take away their power from these type of things, and we ain't even really got to necessarily hand up our things that make us entertained, but we need to hand up the bullshit that ain't got no favor for us. So when it come down to even us falling behind false leaders that they always give somebody, they always do it. It never change. What's good, Alexandra? I like how you spelled that. But yeah, man, that junk can be crazy, man. Like, it's always something where we got to kind of watch. And we get treated like fish. We get treated like the same animals how you see them treat animals. You know what I'm saying? They'll grab an animal, connected to something, how they know it's all his whereabouts. They know everything the animal trying to do. They don't sound familiar? You get what I'm saying? We connected to databases and stuff that they know your damn near your every move. Go ahead and try to work a job for 6 months while it's connected to some type of taxes and stuff. Watch how quick they find out where you work at and all that, man. It don't take that long. So when you talk about plugging into the computer, a big mass computer, we actually all plugged into a matrix. So when we start to, stop participating with certain parts of the matrix, of course it's gonna start bending in on itself. You know what I'm saying? This just show you where the power at. The power is actually in the people. The things don't get done without us actually doing it. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if we not participating, even with sports, if no one buying sports tickets, y'all think that a football ticket gonna still be $400, $500? Y'all think that these people gonna still be able to sell these things for that price? No, because why? They're gonna start losing from having it too long. So they look at things and they start counting the profit before the eggs even hatch. What's good, Cosmic? So that's the reason why they like to do it. But either way, when it get down to it, man, they just show what our world be at. You got dumbass Americans who rather make jokes about shit instead of looking at the real life and being like, do something about it. You get what I'm saying? Just like I'm trying to help people. Don't go out here right now. Everybody fear-mongering about other stuff, but right now it ain't the time to go out there and try to buy something, get into debt, none of that, because they're going to actually hit you later on. If we thinking we seeing a crash now, look how they just lied to us. They just got rid of the hardest workers in America. They just got rid of the Mexicans mainly, right? Turned around and said that it was going to drop rates of living. The cost of living should reduce. Turned around and increased it. So we still believe in these systems. We still worried about more of just which party you gonna vote for. All the way to the point like I just explained to y'all earlier. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Elisa? You know what I'm saying? You gonna have the type of people that, get separated. They'll look at you and judge you like, oh, you ain't a Christian? Man, I'll fuck you. You don't know what's right in life. You be like, damn. Oh, you ain't a Republican? Oh, you a Democrat. Oh, you ain't a Democrat? Oh. And these are all ways of how they build stuff on that. You get what I'm saying? Of how to use it against genocide. So instead of us being, unity and all us being together, it's divided and conquered. So we all gonna always have chaos amongst what we're trying to live and trying to do. So without the chaos, it's not gonna bring order. So what they see as, okay, if we make these people go through all of this, we're gonna see a little bit of order. We're gonna see people, instead of working one job, everybody gonna be trying to work two. Everybody gonna be trying to live and make ends meet. But if a lot of people take away their power, the whole game switch up. It don't take long. So the thing about it is, what are we willing to do? And you can't look at everybody like everybody gonna be ready to ride. Some people brain is fried. And this is, like I'm just saying, it don't take violence at all. If you get you anywhere in life, it's not. Even look at the hood, for example. As soon as violence kick off, it start a whole family ties of, like blood ties of them just trying to go back and forth at each other. And this just being on some real shit. So if you understand how that works, it's the same thing when it comes to marketing and business. People be like, yeah, they beat us last year. We trying to outbeat them. Just like how they just do with these football teams and stuff like that, man. It be all rigged up and it be all gimmicks. But it's all a good entertaining show. Y'all don't be understanding that. Everybody done had that moment where they done sit and felt like something was rigged when it comes to our sporting events. So y'all still think they just 100% realistic? Like, look at how they play out. Look at the coincidences that happen. That's not a coincidence. They're looking at the scores and they're looking at what team is bringing in what, and they're manipulating the numbers to increase certain sales. So when you start understanding that, then you can see how things work. So instead of them increasing the sales on something that ain't selling, they increase it on the tickets that is. So the basketball teams that's better or good will have a higher price team, or you want better seats. That's how it works. You get what I'm saying? It's business over everything. Like I told y'all, it's a wolf eat wolf world. It's a dog eat dog world. You can't just come out here and they look business aspects and think you're gonna rule something. What's good, Logan? But this is how it works, man. So the funny part about it is just seeing how, as America, people done gave up. Like I told y'all, they just sit there and done lied about religion so much that people sit there, honestly, they never think about it, and they like to be like, damn, how is this one religion right but the rest of them wrong? Like, that don't even make sense. Why is it so many of them? So you start questioning yourself off that. And then when you go to each different part of the world, they got something else that they call it. So now you start seeing that it's not a monesthesia thing. And you start seeing that it's not even polythesia, because a lot of people don't have the same gods as they say, but at the same time, y'all supposed to be able to understand. It's just talking about the great spirits. So when it's trying to talk about that, it's just putting it in different versions of how a miracle or how something that harnessed this certain power did it. Right now, we're in a world where people don't even give a damn about that. The only thing they give a damn about is like necessarily complaining and crashing out. Like, as soon as you see something negative going on, man, you ain't got to worry about it. They're going to be like flies on a fresh thing of food or something like that. As soon as you bring it outside, everything attacking it. Like ants and stuff, all that type of junk. You're going to see all the little insects coming out. They try to get this stuff that's not even actually, you know what I'm saying, something worth in life. So like I just told somebody the other day, Y'all do the same thing for me. If you're new to the chat, all you got to do is just prove me one thing. What did you learn in 20 years of watching sports, of watching football or basketball? And then, what did you learn out of 20 years in the church? But I bet you could learn about 15 things that you ain't never learned in church, and you don't even know why you celebrate the day that you do and stuff. So it's like when it comes down to that, man, it's always someone that's lost or they don't get the ideal of what actually happened. So when you start saying a lot of these people just be getting lost behind man and getting stuck behind man, they don't see that as man. Even to the point that they pray and say amen. Then to the point that if a Satanist look at it, they say amen. So even to a point of an atheist, they just want to be, don't want to understand creation, but they still lost because it ain't amen, but that ain't the way it work either. So an atheist is be somebody that's closer to science. So they try to use science to prove the existence of God without proving the existence of God. You get what I'm saying? So they'll do a whole bunch of hoax to have you have to keep putting money into it because they're the only ones that so-called have the money to be able to afford these things, to be able to even craft them. So you'll never be able to control what's going on in space because they got to tell you everything you know about space. There's not one thing that motherfuckers nowadays know about space on their own besides what these motherfuckers tell you. It's so many people that's not just going outside and using their own observation from the eyes that God gave you, if that case, the Great Spirit gave you. And yet we got people that'll tell you, oh man, the scientists said this and this and that, this, so it got to be this. Like, that's the further your mind go. They'll let you know that your knowledge is small. You're not expanding outside of that. What was going on before they called this? What was going on before that? Just like I explained to y'all the other day with the zodiac system. It was a zodiac system during Native American times. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, they stole the whole zodiac system and then recalibrated it with different animals on it. And then they turn around, like I just told y'all, if Native Americans and everybody else was so lost in civilization and everyone in this America or these times now is so smart, how the fuck is they having waste problem? The Egyptians ain't have waste problems. The Babylonians ain't have waste problems. The Native Americans ain't have waste problems. But somehow we even got waste problems. Then how they got around, they ain't use fossil fuel or none of that. But now we in a time where we have to use a fossil fuel that's a limited object just so y'all can still have a marketing on it. So we don't have no control of going to do it. If you try to dig up fossil fuel, boy, you're going to have so many federal charges that ain't going to make no sense. You get what I'm saying? You're not able to do it, but they able to do it. So they let you know that we're dealing with the mafia. We dealing with the mafia, illegal mafia. What's good, really, Rock? And that's all it is, man. So when you started to look at it, you're like, damn, hold on. I thought we was playing this game. Nah, you was playing checkers. They was playing chess. You ain't see the strings that you got attached to. So the deeper you got into the side of your religion, rather the deeper you got inside your education, you start learning later on it lied to you, and not only lied to you, it failed you. For you to be what? A beta mode person, for you not to be able to fight back, for you not to be able to think for yourself. I just broke down the other day how John F. Rockefeller made the BOE, which is the Board of Education, and showed that he made the Board of Education for the poverty areas in order to teach people how to learn specific roles in working and also how to read their religious Bibles. That's it. If you're going to be mad at me, go ask your Bible why Native Americans ain't mentioned, but they stayed around for tens and thousands of years. So they wasn't important enough, but yet everything y'all do, y'all had to come to America with different units. Y'all couldn't come to America with just Germany's. Y'all couldn't come to America with just this one country. No, y'all had to bring multiple countries. Had to bring, and it had lasted years. So they love to lie about that. Like I broke down the other day. I just showed y'all the Beaver War, the Wolf War. Man, there's so many different wars that we never learned about in school because it wasn't on purpose to teach us this. It was just giving us the lens of the colonizer. Like I be telling people, when you start seeing the lens of the colonizer, you start realizing maybe like a lot of people have colonizing. It just plays out and not just a white demographic, but everyone. You start seeing how people like to take over certain stuff. She wavy, baby, what's good? But yeah, it get crazy, man. You start realizing like, damn, we in a world where a motherfucker's really just stupid. They rather care about drama, rather care about he say, she say, instead of worried about what we got actually going on, for sake of our grandkids or our kids. Look at the state of the world and how things going. How you have economy where things have quadrupled, but your pay didn't even double. And I like to break that down. Your pay haven't even doubled. Minimum wage actually still $7.25 or something like that, $8.25 or something like that. So when you start to dig into details and you see that the rate of pay haven't run up much, you get what I'm saying? But yet, and look how many jobs, look how many people are the percentage that get paid more than $100,000 a year. It's not that many people in the world. You get what I'm saying? That's the messed up part about it. So when it started to get to that, it's like people got to start waking up. Okay, Christian, Rock, and what's the name got into it. Don't they get into it all the time? Now, what the fuck did we learn from this? Nothing. What did it do to help our country? Nothing. So the shit that we focused on is not even, we done got so spoiled and rocked to sleep that we don't even care about fighting for our country like every fucking age before us. Like the slaves, like the Native Americans, like every single motherfuckers before us. Now we just out here just like, yeah, man, that's cool. We got all the stuff that we ain't even got to fight, and we can't even fight with our words because we so busy pushing other shit. We don't want to share information like this. We want to share, oh, look, what's the name was talking about what's the name and got caught up. Oh, look, what's the name was laying down with what's the name. Come on, man. And then even when it don't come to black America with that type of shit, you got white America being like that. Look at the politics. What's the name know that his governor was a lie. No, they all a lie. It's all a facade, y'all. It's all a cosplaying event to get you to think that it's actually real. Even when it comes down to their religion. You don't be seeing the Pope with them people. You don't see the Pope, and you don't see the Pope and goddamn young, they just say young boy, LeBron James shaking hands. They're telling you, hey, all of these pillars connect. All five of us, whether you get stalked. Listen, all it is a hypnotic spell. And if the religion spell don't work on you, the business one will. If the business spell don't work on you, you get what I'm saying? They got the education spell. When the education spell don't work on you, then they come back with the entertainment spell. So then when they come back with all of these different spells on you, they like, okay, bam, and they steady practicing them. So even when it comes to religion, they even got separated spells. Okay, do you want to believe in some higher power so you don't got to believe in yourself, so you don't have to feel like you're responsible for anything? Okay, come over here to Christianity, where you can point the finger and blame God for life, death, and everything above. That don't even make no sense at this point. Somebody died. Oh, thank God that God looking for him. God pulled this number. No, he didn't. That dude pulled the trigger. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Then you got over here. Oh, look, God, look, this baby just was born. Thank God this baby was born. And it's like, what the hell? Come on, man. They're like, come on, man. It can't be like this. This really can't be going on. Really, what Sylvia you said, well, bro, we up next. Man, for real, bro, because I'm getting tired of this junk. Man, I've been doing this for 6 years, bro. 6 years. That just show you what type of algorithm this is. Because I'm coming from someone that I'm really from the hood. I'm really from the streets. You can feel that. I don't have to say that. I hate even saying it sound corny. So when we get into junk like that, I have the voice that I'll be able to talk to people that's in a business-minded aspect. I can talk to people that's in a religious-minded aspect, and also people that done been through the hood and been through the slums and done lived something in life, done seen a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying? So, of course, it's going to be harder for me to be able to get out there into the networking, because when I'm done talking about it, I'm going to have people looking crazy. Like, I'm going to just ask them, in 10 years, what did you learn from sports that can help you in life? You get what I'm saying? Okay, in 20 years, what did your people learn from church? Now let me give y'all a breakdown since y'all new. And I don't know what all y'all know, but let's just give y'all a rundown. Do y'all know what the 7 days of the week is? If you don't worry about it. It's 7 planets. Do not include Earth and do not include the 2 gas planets. Because when you say 7 planets, it's 7 days of the week. So now you got, let me get over here so y'all can hear me clear. You got Sunday, which is the beginning of the week, this first day that the sun is rising. You get what I'm saying? Sunday, or however you want to look at it. The second one, Moon Day or Monday without the O. Then you got Tuesday, Mars Day. Wednesday, which is Mercury Day. Then you got Thursday, which is Jupiter Day. That's why Thor used the power of Jupiter, which is the power of Zeus, which used the same thing as Zeus do. He's just using a hammer with thunder on it. Zeus just used lightning bolts. You get what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that's going on. It's just a new version of Zeus. That's it. So when we get down to that, you got Friday being Venus Day. You got Saturn, Saturday. Why you think it's said that? So when we get to that, it's all different type of things. You got the 12 disciples, which is the 12 sun disciples, which is talking about the Holy Bible, which is the Bible of the light. It's not talking about the dark. So when it's explaining all 12 phases of the sun, people look at it as tribal. So this is the way that they break it down to you so they can lose you, because you don't understand animalistic nature. So when you hear the realm, you don't think of, oh, damn, the Aries constellation, the way that they designed it. No, you think of something completely different. You think of actual anamorphized and thinking they talking about the actual realm and not understanding how it works. So when they say the son of Judah, the tribe of Judah, you thinking it's actually the sun. No, it's talking about the sun going into the Leo, the sun going into the lion. So when you starting to see this is a sun native root. You get what I'm saying? So if you knew astrology and you knew other shit before, if you knew astrology, sacred geometry, numerology, and gematria before even getting into the Bible, you will be able to understand the actual hieroglyphics, the glyphs that you can't see, but they have to paint the picture out like a photographer with their mind, so you can be able to see what's going on in the mind. You can't see it in real life because that is what it's trying to explain. So when you thinking you can see spirits, you can't. So the way that they do this is play shit like Casper and play these other things like Sapphire with aliens and all this. So then later on, your mind think this shit is actually real. But the only place you ever seen it was something that they gave you, was some type of movie they gave you, was some type of documentary they gave you, some type of science or philosopher, opinion of how they live. It's always that. It's always that. It's never common sense. It's never you walking outside and saying, well, how many planets do I see? Oh, shit, I only see two. Why are they telling me this star is the planet and all the stars look the same? But they tell me this planet is further away, but this star is the same size as the planet. They telling me further away, but this planet supposed to be bigger. So now you playing all them type of games, so now you don't think you're doing is get more lost. So then you'll find yourself not only arguing with people don't even care about science, you'll get into the science place, the science world, and argue with them. So then y'all over there with like the Neil deGrasse's. You get what I'm saying? Then you come over here to the car dealerships and the financing and stuff, and the Republican era, and then they tell you, oh, it's because you Democrats don't know how to spend. That ain't got shit to do with it, bro. Y'all just manipulate the numbers to keep people in a slave cycle so they can work the rest of their life beyond death. Like, come on, man. The only thing they gonna know is how to come back to this world and work again. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all constructing people y'all even playing a nasty spiritual game. Like, this spiritual warfare, y'all better realize what people signing up for. So you got to understand that, man. This shit get deep. I'm just glad I found your channel. I'm telling you, listen, it's a blessing. Everybody ain't going to be able to find my channel. You see how they play with my views, bro. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense for somebody to even be spitting this long, 6 years straight, never miss more than 2 months off YouTube, period. Period. And if y'all ever seen or heard about my testimony, it's going to get real. I'm going to let this shit really build back over again, and I'm going to let y'all see what I went through. I'm going to let y'all talk to my oldest son, and they just see what went through when I was in the afterlife. You get what I'm saying? Let you know how that shit was, because there wasn't no people there. There wasn't none of that shit there. Here, that's because there's a higher density. There's more density. The more something is dense, the heavier it is. Just like we know, when you boiling something, you see how the air get light. When you freezing something, you see the light air that's coming off of it as well. So when it's talking about temperatures and stuff, it get deep as well. So when it was talking about the templates, it was also talking about temperatures. So when you talk about freezing point, boiling point, all of this, it wasn't something that Newton and them came up with. How y'all gonna try to say they was the first one stewing fish or boiling something? You don't think Native Americans, all of them, was already doing that? You don't think that they knew the speed of travel? You don't think that they knew, hey, you can't outrun this, but you can outrun that? So they even had how to do things. You say they've been harvesting spirits like that for a long time too. Yeah. And just like that, they understand that the world don't give a fuck. They made everybody Western astrologers or some type of Western ideology, so they don't understand the concept of westernizing things. You ever seen A Million Ways to Die in the West? That's why the world look like this. You'll have somebody smart as me speaking, then you go down the block, you'll see 100 people leaned over on so many different drugs. And it's like, what? So you just out here doing drugs, got your kids on drugs, you on drugs, man. That's how it be. And then y'all sit there and be wondering what's going on with the world. We can't depend on them. Them people there can't count. And y'all wondering why the little kids say they NPCs. That's why we can't count them. They non-playable. You can't select them because they can't even select their own self because they don't even know where their vehicle at. They out of their mind. They can't find, aka a alien that can't find his UFO, so it can't find its way back home. They'll never land their plane. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just bringing y'all to what a mentality actually is. It's something that you could get into. Right now, if I wanted to become a boxer, what type of mentality I have to get into? A boxer mentality. So I have to drive my brain like I'm a boxer and drive my body behind it in order for me to see any type of inheritance. So that's me manifesting, building it in the mind, and then me materializing it because I'm bringing it to the real physical world. So a lot of people already been lost by that. We done had so many fake preachers that the shit is disgusting. I have to explain so much stuff because they made numerology like 333 with something. No, nigga, it's exactly what it is. It's 9. Like, where the hell is you going with that? You get what I'm saying? It's not no, because you see 3 is triple. I got to go through that. Then I got to go through the semen retention thing to tell y'all that they was agents. NLE Chopper, all them boys that came, and they was talking about nature, but yet talking about semen retention. How is that nature? Nature, you're supposed to keep breathing on based off of your urges or your seeds of whenever the time is going. So if you sitting there talking about holding back and, you'll get stronger because of not having sex, that makes no sense. But most men are hope in the world. That's what they thrive for. You get what I'm saying? Like for their woman or their urge to even be upon them. Like it's something be wrong with these people, man. It's something different in the world. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Everybody running around this bitch looking like Goddamn, what's his name? Smokey, when he played Fifth Element, when he came down with that long ass quote, and he was, man, I'm telling you, there's so many of these motherfuckers running around, it don't make no damn sense. So we're in a world right now where you liable to see an alien running down the road right there, and you talking about some, oh, you waiting for the sci-fi with the big head and the big green eyes. Y'all seen some of these people? Bro, I just got through watching somebody neck, like 16 of my necks put together. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, dog. So you got A Million Ways to Die in the West going on in real life. You got Idiocity going on in real life. Then you got the niggas doing shit like I'm doing. We the damn holders of the Matrix trying to red pill or blue pill, but not red pill or blue pill. Because now once you do that, and you stuck in one of their communities, because now they got you going against females as a male and got you as a female going against men. And it's like, what the fuck? Y'all was bit here to get here, did like this. If it wasn't for your mama and your daddy, your raggedy ass wouldn't even be here. So why in the hell is y'all beefing with each other as genders? Okay, this is what females do. Okay, this is what males do. Just draw a boundary line of how much you're gonna do it, aka a moderation of how much you can deal with. That's it, and keep it pushing. Don't make it like everybody else got these problems, because then when you go in the real world, you don't hear nobody talking about that. You don't hear nobody talking about the red pill, blue pill. You don't hear none of that shit, bro. That shit fake. It's all internet stuff. And that's why I keep telling people, like, they let these people keep ruining the internet. They keep letting these people use what could be very great into something very ratchet and very garbage. Even the rappers, I just explained the David thing. Why is we even listening to rappers like YNW Melly that's talking about killing his friends, or even talking about shit near it? Why is we listening to David where he got 10 songs basically telling you he killed the girl without, even if he didn't, he damn sure had the thoughts. He damn sure was manifesting it. So, hey, how we know her death ain't happened because this nigga don't put some type of witchery on her from his own damn mind. You get what I'm saying? Like, if y'all want to say witchcraft for everything else, and then people slow. You got Christians. Soon as they hear something they don't know, oh, that's witchcraft. You talking to the dead. Your God is dead. Ain't Jesus dead? And you're talking to Jesus and wanting answers. You're talking to Jesus and waiting for guidance. And then y'all always say that somebody gonna come back and pose as God. How the hell y'all know y'all talking to God? Oh, man. Oh, man. So then you don't let powerful spirits like me get into it. Because I'm going to make people shake and wake the fuck up. I'm going to bring the common sense to them. So when they hearing this shit, they like, why is we that dumb? We is putting basketball teams in their religions. You go for the Zeusans. Yeah, you go for the Leoans. You get what I'm saying? The Leo squad would be the Christians. The Zionists and stuff would be the other ones. You get what I'm saying? And then you got the Buddha monks being the Aries. They trying to take to themselves and stay away from everybody else and worry about themselves and deep meditation and stuff, and then trying to transform from the inside. So they use some of the Mars energy by switching over to the Scorpio. You get what I'm saying? We got all this different type of stuff. Then you got Muslims don't even know why they pray. So you got more than 12 religions where they all say that they correct, and yet nobody realized y'all all can't be correct. So that definitely make that y'all all could be wrong. Y'all all can have a little bit of correction in y'all, but y'all all could be wrong. You get what I'm saying? The bigger chance of that is actually more reasonable. It's like looking at a football team. They basically getting you to pick because of something you felt biased with. You felt the way with. So this how they play. I'm sweating up everywhere though, y'all. Y'all know this that Florida, but it's that swamp. You see them trees. But anyways, man, yeah, and that's how I got to bring it to you. Like, we was known for, even as Florida Native Americans, we was known for the way that we talk, and I had to break that down to people. So when you hear me say, you know what I'm saying, and all that, that's who I am. That's how we used to talk. They didn't understand how we was talking. We was talking so fast and geeky that they didn't know what the fuck was going on. So even when the colonizers came, we had one of the most hardest languages for them to understand. Go look it up. Go look this shit up. You don't have to do that. And then when you go back to the test and move, they'll tell you the reason why they named it that. These Native Americans were not laying their ass down. So at the end of the day, they was not laying down for nothing. You got to remember, these people fought without none of the stuff that we have, and we don't even have to fight. These people stood for something just because they didn't want to give up their lands, because they said God, it was giving us things that we didn't necessarily need from man. But man came and played the role of God by getting in the way of that to making you need them, no matter which way you need them. Well, fuck you, because guess why? They're doing it. Go ask right now. Get on your Google, fact check me, and tell me I'm dead ass wrong, and come back when it come back. Go to Google and say, is Neptune in? But yet all y'all Western astrologers, all y'all talking about zodiacs. Oh, you a Virgo. Oh, you a Capricorn. A Capricorn what? What planet is there? Y'all acting like this shit is just one sign. Like, motherfuckers don't even know what they talking about no more. Like, what? Y'all don't let them colonize you again and got you where you're a Western astrologer, or you born in India, so now you're an Eastern astrologer. Like, no, y'all don't even understand the different suns. Y'all don't even understand the 22 days of the difference between India and America, the way that it works. Like, it's not talking about the sun. Every day is a new day. Why you think it's called days of the week? And then it cycle. Then it go to different degrees of that days of the week. So not only do you have the sun jumping into a sign multiple times throughout the month, because you have how many days in a month? Mainly 30. So you seeing 30 different cycles of the sun. This is way more than what people thought it was. This is the actual events that telling you what is about to go inside energy, what you might be more aware to than you was before, what you might be more passionate towards than you was before, what you having more dreams in about and trying to dive towards it than you was before. So we start to see these things and wonder what these magics or these things that put us in this right place at the right time. So if they teach you not to ever know that, forever, you'll be probably in the wrong place at the wrong time a lot of times in your life. A lot of times in your life, because you don't understand what God telling you. You get what I'm saying? You don't understand what the Great Spirit telling you. Then you don't understand what Mother telling you. So you don't understand how to read the earth and see, okay, it's time to fall back. It's time to, all that energy I'm building up and try to do something different. It's time to fall back from now and then restore my energy and rebrand back up, just like the seasons do. And people don't understand it like that. And some people be in the opposite of the season. So you might have the opposite of it. So say you might be Aries in the time of where you was born. You know what I'm saying? You might be an Aries, but now you're going through the fall. So you got to understand it's the opposition of your sign. So a lot of times you don't understand the things that you might be going through. You might feel the unbalance when you wake up. Like, damn, I normally don't drop stuff like this. Damn, I normally don't do this. So they already done mapped all this shit out. They look at the world like it's some type of magnet inside of it that's making people do things, but their thing is to control that magnet. That's the reason why when you see these cartoons, you see them doing what? Putting clouds over people's head. What are they doing? What that is, chemtrailing, seed clouding, same thing. So I already broke that down. I even showed y'all the operation that it came from. You would have thought that video would have had 60,000 likes. But let somebody get hit across the head with a water balloon. 15K shared in 10 minutes. Like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. At least I got solutions. At least I ain't one of these people that's getting up here and just telling you all this shit high and don't know what to do. No, hold your money. Hold your power. This is the time for that. This is the gap of it. This is what they was explaining in their Bible when they was talking about the fall of Babylon. This is what it is. This is the fall of America. But it's just a new Babylon. How you don't understand that? You say Babylon is Rome, and then you got the Times called Times New Roman when you writing. So you don't understand that your writing is in words, aka the same thing they told us was cursed. They said the words are cursed. Then they taught us how to spell these cursed words. Then they taught us how to live by the words and put our blood behind the words, aka signatures. So they made us do all this. They made us sign old sign agreements. All the shit we said we wasn't gonna do. All the shit they said in their book not to do, but got us to actually do it after saying that, and we still went through with it because we don't understand it. So basically, if they make a whole book and say do not do these things, people are gonna damn near do every single thing in that book. They're going to judge people, thinking they're better than people. So they're going to think they got a hierarchy with God, like God liked them more than somebody else. Like, what? Like, you got to have some proof with that. You got to at least be smarter than the average person. You're going to say some stuff like that. Like, at least God gave me more intelligence so I could pick up the things and, move around quicker or get to the job and understand what's going on a little quicker. But no, they just be saying the stuff with nothing behind it. So they just make it even worse. But it's just to show y'all, this is what it is. So when you share it on certain platforms and all that, it don't matter. But YouTube, look at it like I just said last night. YouTube is a business. So looking at it from YouTube perspective, why would they push a video that people are not running to or hitting, or staying the whole time or sharing the hell out of it, like they would do with a drama scene, like they would do with a fantasy story. So when it comes out of Americans, we love seeing ourselves go down the plot. That's why other countries are so far ahead of us. You go to right there to Turkey and all the other shit, they don't find a way to make fucking tires out of everything, bro. They even learned the fact of recycling tires. So they learned how to burn it down. They got a whole little system to where they could get paid from the government or the government need them. But when it comes to us Americans, we don't never do that. And then we don't have enough support behind it. So if somebody could rate something, it's easy to get taken from them because we don't even pay them no attention no more. So it's like we don't give a fuck about creativity. We don't give a fuck about uniqueness. We don't give a fuck about the actual grief of God, about everybody being different and everybody being able to do different things and come up with teamwork, make the dream work type of theories. So yeah, you good at math, I'm good at science, he good at reading. How about we make a better schooling and stuff like that? Like, okay, well, let's find a better land for us to be in if that's the case, so we don't have to keep going through these situations. So people that know land advisory skills, people that know how to map out things, stuff like that, man. Like, everybody supposed to be coming together, bro. How the fuck all us this different and all us want to be yet the same person? Or all us want to go against each other? Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to be that guy. Everybody want to be that bitch. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Like, y'all all can't be it. You done got to the point that people clearly should be able to look in the mirror and tell they just not that person, but yet they'll come out and say that because it done been so much of false motivation of motherfuckers telling you, hey, say this and this is what it is. No, those is false preachers. They make you feel good so you could keep coming back, so they could keep walking you in the darkness, bro. Ain't nothing special about you in that way. I don't know, bro. Something always happen with these streams, bro. Something always happened to him. I dropped that stream yesterday, but you know. But anyway, let's keep it going, man. Y'all already know. Share the stream. Go share it on your Facebook. Share it on your IG. Soon as somebody come talking crazy with their Christianity, I'm gonna answer their question and make them look bad. Soon as they come to bringing up a tribe or Moses or anything like that, I'm gonna explain everything behind the details of what's going on and show you how they missed it. I'm talking about from a mile away, and I'm gonna tell you this now. The reason why they don't understand it is because they don't understand the Bible was what? Translated to English or American. That lets you know right there it has nothing to do with America, baby. That's why I haven't mentioned no Native American tribes. People in America act like it's only 2 Native American tribes. They act like it's either Cherokee or Apache tribe. What? Do y'all know how many different tribes it is? You got the Oakley, which is right here in Florida, the Ocala tribe. You got the Patana people, which is right here in mine, the Electric County tribe. So you got all these different people, and I'm not scared to say where I'm at. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas gonna go to question, what the fuck going on? They don't like that type of stuff. But anyways, check this out. Everywhere you go, it's always a different county, right? Those county lines was tribal lines. This is where each tribe was originated, even the St. Augustine tribe. You notice how they came there in the 1500s, double back, and then came back later on to try to colonize. But y'all don't understand that in 1868, they were still at war with each other. So this is the things that they don't like to shed light to, because now you will start understanding how much power that these people had with just using the things that's from Earth. Even their survival was better than ours, no matter how a motherfucker want to look at it. You know why? They went off of common sense and common logic. If I'm using too much of this, of course, I'm not going to have enough of it later. So what we have, even with people being obese, we have a greed when it comes to mentality and riches, but we also got a greed when it comes to food and people overconsumptions and overconsuming. Man, and don't want to work it off. You know, the harder you had to eat back then, the more harder you had to work. So just putting, I'm not saying let's go back to those days, but what I'm telling y'all is, let's put it like this. You couldn't have been too fat to be able to chase down a lion. You couldn't have been too fat to be able to survive in the woods, to be able to catch the animal that you're trying to survive off of. We live in fucking royalty without us knowing what the hell going on. We done became the royal families ourselves. We bash each other so fucking much. We bash each other from having on fake stuff, yet the real one is fake anyway, because they all made in the same place. So we force people to go under a brand, so we look at people as a stamp, and if you ain't with that stamp, something wrong. So you got even a whole black community, let you not wear Jordans, let you buy your kids shoes off Temu. It's going to be everybody named Mammy got something to say. Then you turn around, you got the opposite with the Caucasians. Let them kids live. You don't let them experience nothing. You always holding them down, and this is the reason why they treat you like this. So y'all see all the stereotypes, and y'all see how they done play it out and still work to this same fucking day. And they ain't trying to do nothing to change it. You know why? Because people get the colonizer mind. Even black people. Y'all ever had that person that come over and they just start taking over your whole house, start taking over your whole networking and all? You be like, damn, just took over everything. This ain't yours? Yep, that's the same type of mind. Yeah, hundreds of tribes. Yeah. So when you're looking at the city was like the city was more of a I'm gonna say a big tribe coming together. So like all the tribes in the area. So that's the reason why they came up with these states. That's why they came up with states and continents and stuff, because they wanted a separation too. So a lot of people don't understand how Mexico was connected to America. So when they told y'all they was running out of people that was foreigners, they actually ran the closest thing to America out of all the damn things they was actually running away. So it was funny as hell to see how they did that, turned around and then raised the prices of things. So they got rid of the people that worked the hardest, left the lazy people that's controllable and ain't gonna know what to do because they lazy mentally, because they don't want to think too much either. Soon as they hear something that got them to thinking, oh, I'm gone, man, I ain't got time to think about this, I gotta live. Duh. If you had time to think, we maybe could stop you having to live this way. I gotta go to work. Exactly. We're trying to stop that, dude. You can't stop it by starting at the back of it, like go ahead, go to work a couple days, and now let's figure this out. Because that's what been fucking going on. We've been in the same cycle where we've been scared to give up our riches. We've been scared to be homeless. This is a time right now that people don't give a fuck about none of that right now. You seeing it at all type of levels, man. And I'm not even bush. Man, listen, I ain't even playing with y'all. I'm gonna try to cut that down because I get to being me, they're gonna start cutting me down. I gotta be careful what I say. Grown men and still gotta be controlled of the things that I can say. Not like I'm saying something crazy. Like I say every day, I do not like violence, and I think war is the stupidest thing that ever exists. Because why? They say in God we trust. Before they go to war, they blow up kids and innocent people. Even if they ain't innocent, they're taking the lives of other individuals. Did not have to be handled that way. Period. Period. No matter which country it is going against who. So y'all gonna know that about me. Because one thing they ain't gonna never be able to label me is a terrorist. Ever in fucking life. Ever. Because one thing about me, I don't think nobody should be at war. Nobody. Period. Not even hoods. Not even hoods going to war against each other. Not even cities going to war with each other. You know why? Because their unity is what's gonna build things. Us building unity amongst the state gonna build a lot of power. Us building unity amongst America or the country itself gonna build a lot of power. Us being able to build unity with other parts of the world, man, that's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level. That's what they did. But they did it slick and they consted us out. That's the reason why you don't know who own oil, what oil rigs. But I'm gonna tell y'all this now. You got the Yavado tribe. You got a lot of different tribes that has something to do with oils, but the way they do this is cosplaying as well. They get people from India and bring them here, put them on costumes, suit them up, put feathers in their head, put all this natural stuff to make them look like a real actual Native American, just like they still doing their music videos. When y'all see some of these costumes and not understand why some people do this stuff, because it's marking Native American spiritualism. So basically how Native Americans used to say, hey, this is from the Great Spirit because God sent me this animal in my way or this food for this day and this bread and all this and that there. Don't try to make their prayers seem like they man now, and man is the way you getting that. You got paid a paycheck and you had to buy it from a store that a man owned. So it's all man owned. You getting nothing from Earth now. You don't even go to Mother Earth and communicate no more. To understand right now ain't the time for oranges. Right now ain't the time for watermelon. Right now this corn ain't fully harvested. Why you gotta rush it? You know what I'm saying? It is. And we ain't saying everybody gonna be happy because that's what we got different emotions for. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, the people that's actually smart and see what the fuck going on shouldn't have to keep living this. And then look at our kids. Look at them. They got a whole nother generation of this. They didn't even get the fucking chance. They didn't even get the chance to hang out. Yeah, some of them ruined it. Don't get that twisted. There's gonna be always some bad apples. And I hate that so much because they use that to try to draw a point. That's not a point. How many times that didn't happen? You get what I'm saying? But no, they draw the vision right around it to make it look like, oh, this don't never happen unless this going on. Oh, shootings don't ever happen unless a black person do it. Then who the hell do all the school shootings? Who the hell did that theater shooting? Who the hell did that downtown shooting? Who the hell, man, come on now. When it's mass shooting people, black people don't even do stuff like that. That if anything, that means his gun went off and just went crazy. So they play type of psyops on people like that. So then black people could be looked at as crazy in the white person's eyes, and then the white person turn around and be like, okay, keep complaining about to fight for our country. And what I need you to do is use your and learn how to speak and code and all that to help us get the fuck up out of this type of situation. Help us find a way to drop this whole system. How about that? Since you know every goddamn thing else and want to control it, everything else. How about you control that? You get what I'm saying? And y'all gotta understand that. That's the same thing of them wanting to go touch animals. You get what I'm saying? That don't belong to them. Like, bro, it done got to the world, everybody doing that. But y'all get what I'm saying? The stereotypes of where everybody come from. Every black person got to be hood, got to be sagging, got to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a charger real quick. Got these darn kids in here. Oh, Lord. Hold up, gang. Y'all, it's getting deep up in here. Like I said, you want real stuff, come over here, because I ain't going to be talking that play. Yeah, I'm going to hurt your feelings, but guess what? The truth hurts. And once you start getting used to it, you're able to start breaking through it. And you starting to look at it like it ain't nothing but water. So it's just like a job or something. The first time you do something, it's very hard. And then when you understand what's going on, you understand basically you get the intelligence behind it, not just the knowledge of knowing what you're about to do, or you become a bad motherfucker. You seen the charges? It's straight. I'll get it in the car. Cause I don't want this to go dead on me. Yeah, they put a curse, a heavy curse.